Parkour! Extreme! Parkour! Parkour!
Well, that's a first. For some reason, I almost completely forgot about this rainy night that happened last month. It was late, no foxes had visited, so I just put some chicken in the house and thought, that's it, I'll go to bed now. But almost immediately, our new girl Annie ran up to try and get some food, and so I just had to stay and watch her. You can find it. Oh, so blurred. I moved over so I could see from the other side of the door because it just seemed a bit clearer this way. But the weather was awful. Oh, you can do it! Just pop your head in there. Yeah, pop your head in the house. You can do it. But as it turned out, Annie couldn't do it. What was that? Try again. You've got it. Bless her, she was just so freaked out by the wind and the rain that she didn't know what to do. She knew exactly where the food was, but couldn't work out how to get it. And it also didn't help that my cat Libby was making a bit of a nuisance of herself. Libby, what are you doing? It's not helping. You can do it. Oh, Annie. Annie. Bless her. She's a very, very sweet little fox, but she's really not very good at getting her chicken. Oh no. What are you doing? You were right there. It was quite obvious that I was making her extra nervous, so I turned off the light and I went to bed and I left her to it. But, as often happens, Annie did not actually return for the food. My next visitor was a very wet Boo Boo, who was still in her limping era. The weather was so bad that even Boo Boo, who has 2 years of chicken grabbing experience, was too scared to come up and get anything. She had to keep doing circuits around the fox house to make herself feel better. But eventually, Boo Boo found the courage to put her head in the box and she got a reward. And after she'd done it once, there was honestly no stopping her. She just kept coming back for more and more food. I always find it so funny when one of the girls comes up and just steals all the food before Tiger can even see it. Annie actually did this the other night. I think she managed to take about 5 pieces. No one else got anything. My next visitor should be instantly recognisable to any of you who watched my previous video. That's right, it's Colin. If you missed it, Colin is a new fox who you can tell by his distinctive white foot. Colin was also incredibly out of sorts because of the weather. But he knew there was food in that house, and he was definitely going to get it, even if he had to stretch on his very tippy toes. Like with Boo Boo, once he'd grabbed 1 piece of chicken, well, he wanted more. After scaring himself with a bit of straw, he reached in to get himself a delicacy. That's right, our boy Colin got himself an egg. Well done, Colin! After his lovely raw egg had been eaten, Colin came back to see if there were any more, and also to pose for us a bit in the rain. I really don't envy the foxes being out in this weather. The fox house is supposed to be for them to be able to rest in, but no one's actually done that yet. Tiger went in once, but that was it. So for now, it just keeps their food dry. But yeah, foxes aren't very good at counting because Colin finished all the food last time he was up here. So there wasn't actually anything else for him to grab. And he had to go home with no more eggs. And someone else was about to be furious about it. Next to arrive was Tiger, who found that his steady supply of chicken and eggs had been robbed. There was not a single scrap of dinner left for him. And he didn't take this well. He marked his territory and then ran off very crossly with a very cross tail. He did come back to check if the house had been magically refilled, but unfortunately not, Tiger. He came back for one final check, about an hour later, I think. I just find it so sweet and funny how he was running around with his angry tail, clearly thinking that Colin was the one who stole all the food from him, when Colin only took 2 pieces. It was Boo Boo. Boo Boo took everything, Tiger. I do like it when the girls get away with theft. My final visitor of the night was, you won't believe this, another new fox. At first glance, this looks like one of the girls, and I do think it is a girl. But it's not Boo Boo because they're not limping, and it's not Annie either. The tail seems to have more white on the end than Annie's, and if you look at the socks, they are very different from Annie's. Annie has really strong, firm little booties, whereas these look more like long stockings. But how brave was this fox to come up into an unknown garden and just stick their head right in a house? I feel like this fox could definitely be a sibling of Annie's. They both look really small, so they're probably only about a year old, but both very brave, which this new fox definitely proved by being the first fox ever to just leap on top of the fox house. I have no idea why she did it. I suppose she could smell food and thought, oh, maybe it's on the top, but yeah, I've never seen a fox do this before. It was incredible. So this was the 24th of February, and I have to confess I have not seen this fox since, so I'm not going to give her a name because it's just not worth it. But I will be keeping an eye out to see if she pops up on the wildlife camera again. Look at her! She was even checking the pots! What a clever fox.